We're constantly active with our mind, thinking like, oh, this task, and we're constantly moving somewhere, but in our mind, and our bodies are not following anymore. Now let me explain to you a little bit more in detail the difference between movement and exercise, because like Brian Johnson says in his class Movement 101, which I urge you to check that out, is that we can be sedentary and active at the same time. Just think about it. We're constantly active with our mind, thinking like, oh, this task, and we're constantly moving somewhere, but in our mind, and our bodies are not following anymore. So, what do you want? Everybody's like burned out lately and depressed, yet we're moving less than ever before. Caroline Meese says this. I know I'm very much into Caroline Meese ultimately, but she says, earlier days, people were moving trains all day long. People were walking all day long, like Brian Johnson also says in his class, we used to like walk 8 hours a day or something like that. We were constantly on the move, and now we're sitting down, yet we're more burned out than ever. What the hell is that all about, right? So he talks about the importance of movement versus exercise, because what the hell does it matter that you just exercise for, let's say in total 1 hour or 2 hours a day, and then you sit in your chair, in your sofa, in front of television, you sit, she's coming back, I think she wants to be on camera, so you're sitting there all day long, right? And you move 2 hours, but let's say you sit down for 10. So how the hell do you expect to be healthy, right? Your body is a motion machine. So what I urge you to do then is just get up a lot. Just get up each hour, move a little bit, move 10 minutes if that is what you can do, but you just cannot tolerate to sit down the whole day. That's just impossible to do, because your blood will become stagnant, you won't pump your body as much, your posture will all go, it will worsen. And I see a lot of postures in my clinic, and I tell you, it's nasty, and it takes a lot of time to correct those postures. So you want to prevent instead of heal, right? And that's why I became such a, that's why I got into walking so much. I walk 10K a day, 10K a day. Now, it's again, not the intensity that counts, but the amount. So what I mean by that, it's that you do that in intervals. I walk like 5 times a day, and I, let's say, on average walk 2 kilometers each time, which takes like 10 to 15 minutes, maybe a bit longer, depends. And also I try to go each day one time for at least 1 hour to the forest, right? Because there is Shinrin-yoku, which is the reason why I do forest meditation, which is a substance that the trees, can't remember what substance that was, if I remember I'll put it here, that the trees excrete to prevent from insects or protect them against insects, and it has beneficial effects on our bodies. So you want to do something called Shinrin-yoku, which is called forest bathing. And when you constantly move, right, you each time you move, you excrete dopamine, endorphin, right? I already talked about this in other videos. And so you want to have that as much as possible, because they determine how happy you will feel. They determine, whether you're gonna pump your blood and prevent illness, you know, because again, Chinese medicine says stagnant energy, you know, will cause a disease. So that's why I walk, and that's why I urge you to move more and exercise, you know, with less intensity, because it's good to exercise. Don't take this the wrong way. It's good to exercise, right? But what you want to do is just with less intensity. There's too many people going all in one time. And research shows that if you do that in intervals, which is what we used to do, right? We used to move all day in small bits. And sometimes, you know, we used to do a lot of more hard work. So it's just stunning how we can get burnouts and stuff like that. But that's a whole other conversation. It has a lot to do with, you know, how we sit in our minds. It's emotional and it's spiritual things that, you know, just don't get resolved, and it's energy blockages in our zones, and you know, but just move more, walk more. If you want to join me in getting and hitting 10K, right, each day, go ahead. This is my invitation to you. Let's say we do 2 groups, one of 5K and one of 10K, right? Join me in walking and do it in intervals. Let's move more, right? Let's pump our bodies more. Let's excrete more endorphins. Let's get out more. Let's walk more, which is what we used to do, which is what our body needs, and do it with less intensity, more over the course of a whole day, right? Because we are like caveman into space, man. Because if we don't move more, then our bones will lose its integrity. That's what happens in space, right? When they go to the moon and they come back, their bones, boom. Well, not boom, but you know what I'm saying, right? They have to learn to walk again, or their muscles just degrade, and that's why it's so important to move. So move intermittently, less intensity, walk more, enjoy more, right? And join me in my 10 or 5K challenge. Let's do this. I love you. Peace.